everyone, Knocked M0 here, and sorry for the really retro-ish intro that I have from SHAREfactory, but it's what I can work with for the moment. Anyway, it's time for me for my Stranger Things Season 3, Part 3, or just 3 honest review. Gotta say, I finally went through it, and I am not in the least bit disappointed with it. I gotta say, before I start off anything else, spoilers. So I will be spoiling this after this picture fades. So you've been warned. Here we go. All right. So pretty much, Stranger Things season 3 takes place just a little bit after season 2 takes off. It's actually really pretty much reeling off into the summer. I mean, I feel like more time has actually passed because the kids are definitely noticeably older. I mean, it has been a while since season 2, so it's like 2 years, I think. Anyway, so we pretty much have to deal with not just the Upside Down, but now a different group of people wanting to open up the gateway or whatever. I still don't see the good idea behind it, but whatever. And this time it's the Russians. I mean, it coincides with the whole Cold War bit, and I mean, it works. I mean, it is the 80s after all in this era of that they're trying to portray here, and I think it's really cool. I will say though, the series went back down to 8 episodes instead of going up 1 episode that they did in the last season. I actually thought that was better because season 2 was fine. I just felt like the sisters aspect kind of should have just been scaled back some or not at all. I don't know. I mean, they didn't even swing back to that in season 3, so I'm assuming it's because people really felt that episode was out of place because it just came out of nowhere, whereas season 3, it really is laser focused mostly on the kids now. Still the adults as well, like Hopper and Joyce, but for the most part, yeah, it's laser focused. And the good thing, and the one thing I was really happy about, is that despite the fact that Will played the victim in the first 2 seasons, and this time around he's actually more participating. It's just he's got his own sets of issues. I think he's suffering from a little bit of PTSD and just wanting to keep his childhood intact, but they're growing up and he's not exactly happy about that prospect of growing up. So with that being said, I think he has an interesting bit of character growth, but they never really swing back to it much. His brother and his girlfriend Nancy, who used to date Steve, I guess after their whole busting the lab for what happened to Barb, they got this whole inspiration thing to be reporters, but they're really just interns in this season. And then, of course, Hopper is trying to get with Joy. There's so many things going on in this, and I gotta say that with so much happening, to cram in 8 episodes, I'm just like, I don't know how they can put so much. I mean, it's like, God, there's so much to absorb. Things that I gotta say though, I didn't really like how they did Steve in this season per se, but I guess it's because of the fact that he's not in high school anymore. And he's got to face the real world, but it seems like Steve hasn't grown up. I do like the addition of Robin, though, who I did not know was the actress is the daughter of Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman. So it's kind of nice seeing the child of 2 really prominent actors, and see what they can do. And so I want to see more of the Robin character. I thought there were some really cool aspects about her. She was really smart. She dove right into it. Even Lucas's little sister, she dove in, and I'm just like, holy crap, we're finally going to see something with this one. And I was kind of scared for her for a bit because she's like the youngest one out of all of them now, and they're sending her through air vents to explore a secret Russian facility underneath the mall. It's crazy what they got in this. And then you got this Terminator guy who just won't stop coming to try and kill Hopper, Joyce, and just it's really good, a really good season. I just feel like, again, there was so much going on, and it was really a roller coaster because it was trying to keep it stable the whole time, and the plot kind of, I don't know, it felt like there wasn't much to it other than the fact that Billy this time as the host to the Mind Flyer or whatever they call that thing. And they didn't really show how it got back into the world, other than that the Russians opened the door and somehow it might have gotten through. But from what I've seen, from everything I've seen of it so far, what do I say? I've watched the whole thing. Anyway, yeah, everything I've seen of it, I really did enjoy it. I did like the direction they went with Max as well as 11 or L now. And I just liked that there was a father-daughter dynamic between Hopper and L, but we didn't really get to see much of that. Like there was, like I was kind of hoping to see more of it, but they only showed maybe a small snippet, and they really only talked about it. We never really got to see them bond. I mean, unless I missed something. So again, but there's just so much they crammed in to 8 episodes, and I mean, I did find it like I kept thinking, are they gonna even swing back to the sisters filler episode that they did? I mean, that to me was just like, maybe not. But who knows? I mean, season 4 is most likely going to happen with how successful this was. But from what the creators have said, the show is going to end either at season 4 or a season 5. I guess it really all depends on how much story they can flesh out. I will say, though, the post-credit scene in Stranger Things season 3 really got my head scratching, because I thought the gate was closed, but who knows? I mean, there's so much happening, and how the Russians open, I don't know. It's a lot to talk about, but I gotta say, I really did enjoy season 3. It's definitely a much higher rating than I gave it for season 2. I think this one got a 4.5 out of me, like, or even, yeah, it was great. I loved it. But anyway, guys, just let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about how this show is going. Are you still keeping up with it? I mean, it's crazy how popular this show has gotten. They even have the game out now, which I'm probably gonna play, and I wonder what things are they gonna add in the game that they didn't put in the show. Are there gonna be different subplots? I mean, video game tie-in stuff always do that, and is it gonna be any good? I mean, that's what I'm wondering. It might be. I mean, Scott Pilgrim was awesome, and it was retro, and this is a retro style game as well. Anyway, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time.